Well, hello everybody. This is gonna be my first time playing this one in a little bit while. I've been playing this a little bit beforehand, but welcome to Eden Crafters. This is a little bit, I think, like Minecraft mixed with, I guess, a little bit of Terraria. I've not exactly played Terraria too much, if at all, so I can't really say that much, but I played definitely a lot of Minecraft, so definitely trust me on this one. Definitely one of the more interesting games so far. We're gonna start actually our first video in a 100-day series. So, hope you guys enjoy. This is a newer game as well. This is available on Steam. Not sure how much it is, but I'll let you guys figure it out. I'll put the link down in the descriptions. But I'll see you guys in just a minute. We're going to go ahead and get this world started.
Warning.
And welcome to Nova Terra. This is going to be the start of our series, day 1. We're gonna go ahead and go this way. It is gonna spawn us right here in extreme temperatures. This is kind of the unfortunate thing for us, so we gotta skedaddle all the way over here. Go ahead and try and power a teleporter that is over here, so it might take us a little bit. Let's go ahead and get on moving. Okay, finally made it through. Alright. Let's go ahead. So this is the teleporter we've got to power up. So if you are, I've already played this for the most part, but if you are curious, there is written notes all over this, and this one's a little bit more of a fun one where there is some lore. So good thing about the devs, they brought lore into the game here. So let's go ahead and collect all the resources nearby at least. Biggest thing that we need to do is, it says this teleportation pod, might still be functional if it were powered. Dismantle the broken wind turbines to get some materials. So don't exactly have the ability to make it quite yet, so we're gonna have to take that apart. Actually, kind of dumb, I forgot how to take it apart. You hold X, you don't actually use this little tool here. Tell you mine. Now we have enough for one. Yeah, if it's enough. It is low power, so that is not enough. So we're gonna do it again. Go. See. So it looks like we need more power again. Any more here? Sorry, folks. Okay, there we go. Just a second. Kind of getting stuck on some of the things. So it has been a hot minute since I've done Nova Terra. So also the first time that we've done it for you guys. We're gonna go ahead and make our third wind turbine. Look at that, green means we can now use it. So we only have one other outpost sector. We need to teleport away, so now we're gonna teleport to a completely different area. Let's see what we got here. So, cable, copper, ore, glass panes. Actually, not too bad. There's a written note here, and looky there. Finally, we're in a place that won't try to kill us. So now we are playing in normal mode because I don't want you guys to get used to the fact of when we're doing this. We may later and eventually do some hardcore series if you guys do end up enjoying this, but for now, we're just going to do a normal one. I think what we may do... Never mind, some making us take some rocks, so... we need some iron. Mine rocks everywhere directly, so like for example here we can go to this large rock deposit. That's actually, this is the only resource, by the way, that you can mine, I figured out, and gives you an infinite amount. That's the only one where you can do that. If you go find one that's like for iron or whatever, I think I'll show you guys in a minute here. See our, that should be fine. So, like, for example, this large iron deposit here. See how it says you need a more powerful tool to mine it? Oh, Lord. Already screwed that up a little bit. It should be fine. We got more iron deposit. There's a basalt deposit right there. We're gonna go ahead and back to over here. You can see our oxygen is going down more. So we have oxygen, health, and battery. The battery is more so what powers this multi-tool here. Health, obviously, as we continue on, is basically a static drainage. Unless you would call it, run out of oxygen, it'll start taking down your health. But oxygen also goes down if you're in an area that does not have oxygen, like a building like that. So what we're gonna do, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna need cement. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna make this. I'm gonna make 4 cement here. Now we can get rid of that. Or go ahead and find a good place to put this, so it will be actually on the side over here. Or what about this right here, and looky there. Now we are going to build an electrical panel as well, which we'll need to, we're going to need to rebuild this first. That's the first thing we're going to do. Have already. So when you, this is going to be a little bit more of a, so when you first join Nova Terra, this is what you're going to have surrounding the entire island, if you look at the map. So all this surrounding here is basically algae water, but this is not good algae. Algae is poisonous, as you can see if we go in here. Toxic algae. Take hit points off for being in there. It's not every world. We're gonna press tab, but we can go ahead and do this. They have pretty much made Eden Crafters actually really easy to play for those trying to play for the first time. So like for example, instead of having to in Minecraft hold like your food cans, basically your consumables and stuff like that, here you can just go into your menu. If you hit tab, right click your food, and you can eat. It's very easy. Now, what we're gonna go ahead and do, go ahead and get ready to farm with that. We're gonna go ahead and find our next rock over here. We're gonna go ahead and get this quartz real quick, just because we're gonna need it eventually. So you can rock here, rock deposit. You can reach all the way from over here. We're gonna drain most all of our energy just trying to get the rock that we need. And we come back here. The main reason we want that is 1, 2, 3. We are going to build another compartment. Taking this. We're going to actually move this here, so it's easier. Now, the electrical panel, we're going to need cable. We need another cable, so another cable requires one copper ingot. We can make it. Now we can make the cable. Now we need 1 cement, which requires 2 rocks. Anyway, there's a large rock I did not see earlier. Now I can build the cement. And now, an electrical panel. Now, I'm still curious as to what the electrical panel does, because we don't exactly have any purpose. If you look in the map here, it's just nothing for the most part. And that's expected pretty much day 1. Now what we're gonna do, just look at this point, we're gonna build this. Let's not worry about that. We're gonna build this and this. As I said, we're gonna need quartz. It's gonna help with a plant grower. A plant grower is gonna give us food, which we can actually craft in the workbench. Let's go ahead and focus on trying to get an assembling bench first. As you can see, it requires gears and cables. Gears and cables. So, learning a little bit about this game itself. We need 1 gear. Cables require 2 copper ingots, which means we need about 3 more copper ore. So, got 1 copper ore here. So we make 1 ingot. Copper, we have 1 right here. So we are going to automate this. Just going to make it a whole lot. 1. No. Good. Here. Now, we do want to go ahead and make this 3rd compartment so we have enough room for our next thing, which is going to be this assembly machine. So we are going to go ahead. Oh, we need cement. I'm done. Hold on. Give me a minute. Let's make some cement here. Now, make the compartment there. We can go ahead, get ready to make this assembly bench. Table for it. And we now have an assembling bench. What this allows us to do is create a standard O2 tank, a circuit board, iron beam, antenna, and a computer, all of which are pretty important. At some point, we are going to automate computers because it's going to be insanely useful, folks. Now, next thing to do is probably getting ready for the standard O2 tank, but obviously the actual next thing is going to be this plant grower, so we're going to need 1, 2 rocks. We do need to get food. I think actually what we may do, I don't think we have access to it yet. No, we don't. So actually what we may do instead here is get access to this miner. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are good to go. Now, right here. Now we are going to look for iron. Iron's going to be far more useful right now than those rocks. Right there's a large iron deposit we saw earlier. We're gonna dig this out. Also, because I am a little easy at this. You can see, as you can see, it's now pumping out iron ore. So the second one, and this one's gonna be for the rocks over here. Well, over here. So you're gonna do it right there. So it's nearby. Go ahead and get some oxygen real quick. Okay. So, what we do indeed, actually we are going to build the advanced miner. It can be far more useful because this will allow us to actually automate. That's the whole point of this game, by the way. I don't think I've been able to cover it, but this game is all about automation. If you can automate everything in the game, you pretty much are set on building everything. This is basically the dream of most Minecrafters. If a lot of you guys do know farms are what helps Minecraft do what Minecraft can do. So now, the next thing we do is we're gonna need this. I'm gonna actually pin this recipe to 7. Well, assign it to 7. So we need 8 cement. So that means we need about 24 blocks. Oh. So we now actually have 17. Excuse me. 8. Now, in order to build this, we need 4 gears. 4 gears require all iron rods. This is why we built iron mine that we built. Granted, it will suck that we have to come all the way over here just to get it. Still nothing. Here. That. Make 30 minutes per minute, which is not great right now. Eventually we will scale. Just to tell you guys how good it is. So this is only version 1, by the way. We go to the max version. It will, for the iron, take it all the way from the 30. We'll take it from the 30 we're seeing from this. Which just, I think, scales up to 60. But it'll take that low amount all the way up to 720, which is actually pretty great. Especially when you're trying to automate anything with iron. Which almost everything in the game requires iron. Now, what we do, take every bit of iron ore we got. Because iron ore, when building stuff, for the most part, is useless. It's only useful in the start of the game. Like the very, very start. So now, got our iron ingots. Start working on these iron rods. Here. And make our gears. More gears. So now we can get ready for the iron portion. Are going to need about 3 more iron plates. So we're going to go ahead, go back to the mines. So can go ahead and eat first. Should help us for now. We'll do. Yeah, we'll take this. What we are also going to do is, because of what it requires, is we need 3 iron plates. So we're going to make 3 iron plates and then 6 iron rods in total. So we can just salvage that mine and we'll turn around and have our next mine. So we don't take it. I did not know if we'd be in there. Now have that. 13 in total. Our plates. 6 in total. So I think we're just gonna turn around and save the resources instead. It doesn't matter anyway. As long as we get the resources to make it. And so now we will go from a little bit of a slow 30 to pretty speedy. No power. Figure out first. So obviously got to build this. This actually requires more iron, so we are going to turn around and just... Actually, we won't. Just keep in mind, we just destroyed it. We got iron from it. Forgot about that. See, this game has only been released for about, at least the 1.0 version has been out for about 2 months. What up, might know of. As of the recording, would have been, I think, 3. Don't know what I'm doing. I'm going nuts over here. I've done a little bit of moving here, but not too much. Let's go ahead and go back into it. Now, we do need 2 iron plates, 4 iron rods. That will give us our wind turbine. Here. That's the thing I do want to show you guys, because this is for, you actually can build an electrical grid with this. So what will happen when we place, now this will mine at a crisp 36 per minute because it's only at 30%. So, because the demand is 23, because of the fact that we have this over here requiring 20, you have to build a whole lot more. And 36 is honestly way better right now than the original 30 we were going at. Shift tap. Shift tap. Come back over here. We need 1 more iron ore. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna slip in here, charge our oxygen, and go back over here. So now we can be safe. Now we're gonna let this sit for a second. It's not gonna take too long, but I'm gonna do that. Now we have enough for another. Actually, we can build this right here, no problem. Because it's now connected to that one over there. As you can see, total one network is 14. This one produces 7. Each of them do produce 7, so now it's producing 60% of what we need. So we also know that we need about 22 iron ore for each windmill. So let me rethink for that. It is actually 28. Now we have enough. So when we build these 2, it'll be absolutely perfect. Because now we'll be able to produce at full capacity. So now, something here, get some oxygen. Come back in here. Go to the workbench. Just enough. Made a little bit too much, so we'll go ahead and do more because we can. Oh. And now build these again, so we're gonna build 2. We're gonna put 2 more over here. We're gonna put 1 about right here and 1 about right there. And now that they're connected, and we can finally build with them. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, go ahead. Just gonna build that. That's kind of what the conveyor looks like. Sort of, that's no point in it right now, but big thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna make more iron plates because we need to build that forge right there. And we can because there's a 20 milliwatt demand over here. Because earlier it was 23. I think it's because this is offline over here. So now what we'll do, first of all, let's get some oxygen real quick before we go anywhere. There's the warning. So now we will need to build the forge and maybe a part producer. A forge will cost us 30 milliwatts of energy, so we do have enough room for it. So now we've got to get the iron plates for it. So we already have one iron plate because we accidentally overproduced. So if we sneak over, I have more. See, now it's producing at 23 because it's active. I'm gonna go ahead. Again, 4. So we'll need about 8. Holy. Don't worry, guys, I am human. Only human's gonna sneeze here. Alright, let's see. So now we can build the forge. Issue is we're gonna go ahead. Let's say it's an issue, it's not an issue. The actual issue would be one little thing actually helps with automation a little bit. So we can see we just got a container V1. We want to go ahead and put this down. So what the container V1 is going to do, it's going to unlock container V2. We need container V2 more than the V1, because the V1's only going to have a limited amount in comparison. We need more than just, I think, like 10, maybe 15 slots. I can't exactly remember. I've almost never used the V1. So now what we'll do, build, craft 20 earning it. Or 10 iron plates. So now I can just spam the crap out of this. Because what that'll do is when it runs out, it'll just tell me that I don't have enough. Now, let's do this now. Actually, what we'll do is we'll go and place it, remove it. We unlock the V2. V2 is going to require 20 iron plates and 4 iron beams. So now, we need about 20, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's go ahead and get this. There we go. Now just wait for this craft. Now we've got enough plates. This is going to be the issue. In order to get this, we are going to need iron beams. Iron beams? So right here. So we need 4 of them. So we need 12 iron plates and 20 iron rods. So that means that we need, let's see, 48. We need about 60. So when we pull out of the advanced miner, just pulling 2 out would be enough. So we already have 24. Here. Oh yeah, so, oh, I forgot. It's not this that's using electricity. It's this little thing over here. So you can see this is now green. We can now use this. So you can see since we started over here, that requires 20 as well. That provides for 20 as well. So we are going to go ahead. Do that. We're going to no more left. Just enough now. Was a little bit wrong here. Alright. Let's go ahead and we're actually going to scavenge just a little bit here. I do want to get rid of some of these iron ore that's just sitting out here. Eat. So that can help a lot. But we do have a total of 3 ore. Aren't going to look for copper quite yet. We got 4. We need a total of 8. We've got 5 out of 8. We're actually going to 6 out of 8. We're going to get the sulfur real quick because that gives us that sander battery. 7 and the battery cell as well. Now we got 8 iron ore. We're gonna hop our tails back to our little base over here. Got these iron ingots, and we're gonna craft our iron rods. Now, iron beams. No, exactly. Oh, we're gonna need more. Vastly underestimated how many we need. Luckily for us, we have the good old thing over here. So we can reach from right here. Just need that much. That's it. Now we can get back over here safely. Not gonna need to go. We need to go in here. Build. We need about 8 of them. Actually, yeah, we need about 8. Some more actually. I love being an absolute lovable gift. Oh, never here. You hear the sarcasm. This is quite annoying. To be wrong. We are going to go ahead and save this to our 3 slot. Because this will be used even in late game. A lot of people wouldn't use this in late game probably, but I would. I recommend it late game. Now, don't have the iron plates quite yet, but we can turn around, see how much we're going to need. We need 4. So we're going to need an additional 3. These two. We're gonna have enough power. We're actually gonna go ahead and convert these over real quick. That's actually gonna be easier. These are at 60 a minute. That was a little off. This is 120 per minute starting off. Now we're gonna go ahead and get some oxygen here. That is going to be a little bit of a better output because now instead of having to make the iron ingots ourselves, we can just, every time we run over to the forge instead, and we collect our iron ingots. One thing we're going to get is actually, this warehouse is going to be useful as well. This warehouse also is a store, so it'll put it in, instead of like actually putting it in inventory. I was about to say that, but what it will do is turn around, it'll take whatever we have making or automating, and it'll put it in that warehouse and store it, and regardless of wherever in the world we are, we can access it. So if like we're building or whatever, we can turn around and that'll automatically be in our quote-unquote inventory because it is a worldwide inventory, so to speak. Then allow us to not even have to run all the way out to this forge to get it. So now what we're gonna do, this is, albeit a little bit slower. If you look here, only 60 resources a minute, which is a little slow for something like this, but we are going to go ahead and connect that, and now we can connect this. What'll happen this right here, so that it doesn't matter, it's more of like a cosmetic look, but now it'll just constantly pump these resources out over here. On me, get rid of that. So now it'll put those resources here. We'll turn around, we'll have those kept here now. Automatically produce iron ingots. Let's look at this. So it's a total of 26 at most. So since both require 3, we're gonna need access to a total of 32 if we want to do it for concrete as well. Concrete's going to be useful whenever we start building stuff. So now, oxygen. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to build more. These wind turbines, we're going to build one more. Don't exactly have the iron quite yet, so we're going to go ahead and just build the iron plates that we need. And then we're going to go ahead and grab iron ingots from here. Over here. And we're going to turn around and put that there, so we know how much we get next time we come around. This water tank will be useful later as well. So now, we do that. Another turbine. I'm going to put this turbine. Let me. I don't think it will. I will put it right here. So now, we got enough power for more. Go ahead, head back over here. One thing we might also eventually try to build, we're going to need this warehouse. It's going to require more electricity though, so at the moment it's not as smart to invest into, but it'll work for now. Just doing what we have here. Considering that, we can now come over here. We're gonna build another advanced miner here, so plates for it. Get the rods for it. We need 4 of these, so we need 12 of these. Oh. We need 3 cement as well, so we'll go ahead and make that. Then make that, make that. That's enough for another one. Now what we'll do, because of the fact that it's right over here for the whatchamacallit, for this forge, we're gonna go ahead and just put this miner nearby. This will baby. Oh, we should be good. Now, I'm prepared to build that, and I think it is officially time we destroy something. We have no use for this, so we're gonna go ahead and dismantle that. That'll give us 2 iron plates and 4 iron rods. We have no use for this container. Give us the iron plates. No use for this crate. Give us iron plates. We'll keep that old teleportation pod because we'll need it. And now, because we are going to need to build this, we're going to go ahead. Oh, any more of that, but we can build more of these, so. Oh. That's enough for part of it. Now we need to go ahead and run all the way back over here. Grab those. One thing we are going to have to do eventually is try to maybe this food. Don't have access. We have access to a kitchen at last, thankfully, but there's not much we can do. We don't have organic material right now. What we'll do is that should actually be enough for us. We will do. Go over here. Now that we have built this, we are going to go ahead. We're going to have it here. Build this. And then we're going to turn around and be able to lay that down. Now this will move automatically over here. This we may try to put the forge a little closer. We're gonna need about 5 cement, so we can build 5 cement. Come over here. Now build this. That helped a lot because that means now pretty much almost anything we can build, we're not going to need to try and push any cement that we need to get. Now we can put this right here. What happened now? We now have enough to start on that. We're going to just choose cement. Now we can use this to make coal if we ever get wood, but that would require being in around mid-game, at least. Resources. I will say another thing too. I think we may cut back a little bit on this video. I said I wanted to put us to day 20, but I think I may go to day 10 depending on how long the footage is. Let's see. Trying to figure out where we're gonna go. Now we have that. So now we have to build this. This is gonna be complicated. Oh. So now 20 iron plates, 4 iron beams. This would require way more because it requires more power. We don't have the ability to produce that much power. So we look over here for power. Still only at a wind turbine. What we may do. Find a couple shortcuts here. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and instead focus on the plant grower. We will have almost enough iron for the most part to build plant grower. Quickly. We are out of food officially. Now, we need to find another quartz. I think we can find one over here. We'll have to be quick about it. I see one right here. Yep, that is quartz, indeed. Now, find it. Let's go. Having a lot of fun with this one. You can definitely progress very fast in this game. You just have to be very careful, and I am gonna have to be very careful because look on it. Look how low I am on health. We've been carrying at this point, and it's kind of been hurting me a little bit. Should be carrying more. But alas, we do indeed get our fruit grower here. A little plant grower. So it's going to take a minute. So we are going to have to make an emergency food. Emergency food. To do food, we'll need 3 organic material. Our ways actually to make it faster. I'll say for the most part, there's going to be a point where this is going to be useless for the most part. We can finally make it, so let's go ahead and make it. No way in the clear. Just gonna let that do its thing. Now, we got that. We already got that pretty much done. Looks like it's going to tell us to make a wind turbine. We do have to make sure that we complete stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and take that out. Build it again. Down. Now we're going to be on to terraformation, which is why we now have it, which we've kind of been had access to it. That's why we have access to the water purifier. This is going to be how we get the stuff out of the lake. Well, out of the water. Also going to need a analysis radar as well. Something I'm not quite ready to work too hard on. Wait a little bit with this. This is producing 6 per minute, so it'll take about, I think, 5 minutes for us to truly be able to build what we're trying to build here in a minute. So now, we're at good health, so we good. We should be good. Now we're going to go ahead, we're going to take the concrete that's over here. So we are going to need it. More stuff. We do indeed want copper and other things to build. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to build this analysis radar. We can make a rotor. Just need cable. So we need about 4 copper real quick. Find copper. This would be where mining copper would be, having a copper mine would be useful, but I think we should be fine for now. Go ahead. Here. Make these two. Make these two. Make our rotor. We've got rubber belts automatically that we picked up along the way. Now we just need that antenna. We can build. And 2 circuit boards, which requires silica. Silica requires 2 quartz. Now, luckily for us, we can go ahead and get silica, likely from up here. So our mine's over here, and there's this building up here. I think this is actually a mine up here. I think it's a building that's going into a mine, if I'm not mistaken. It is, yeah. Alright. We can get quartz out of this, I think. No, we get copper. Also get diamond. Diamond's not useful right now, so we'll leave it in the cave for now. But we are going to go ahead and pick up some of this copper. It's in here. About 4, just in case. Basically, our backup. It's going to be another cave somewhere else that we get silica. Well, quartz out of to make silica. Is somewhere around this way. Somewhere. I think it's over here. We're gonna go ahead and make a pit stop. Alright, running low on oxygen. So we don't have an extra oxygen thing. So we could craft one in case we were running low on oxygen, and it's not entirely useful, especially once we get oxygen tanks that will hold more oxygen. We need to head up this way. So y'all saw there was a green container. Green containers are good because that means those are leftover resources. This is... Actually, Nova Terra is one of the easiest things to start on. And here we go, to iron plates and quartz. Didn't even need to go into mines. Now we can make silica. And probably more stuff. I want to be fair. One thing we're also going to do. And now we are in the comfort of our own home. Okay, and we're gonna let that build a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and do silica that we need. Our 2 circuit boards. Actually, we need a copper plate. Why we picked up that extra copper? Now we got our extra circuit board. Now we build this. This can be placed in here. You're on the map. Now it will tell us all the resources on this island. It's nice because now we know a large copper deposit's right here. So if we are going to go ahead and start building anything, I think we're gonna build right here our warehouse tier 1. It's likely we're gonna put where we will put it. I'm gonna need access to more wind turbines, but it's fine. Next thing we will do, snag all this over here. We need to build the kitchen, which you need filters for. It's a good thing about that. Now we need 1 more sulfur ore. Did see sulfur right here. This is going to be useful. Okay. Now that we have this, we are in an amazing territory where we can place that wall of a kitchen. Now whenever we need to eat, we can eat. We don't even need to carry food anymore. Now, be checking up on these up here. So, next thing we're going to end up doing, we're going to need to build these part producers. So, I need more iron beams and more gears. So we're going to go ahead. We need containers. We'll take all this. Absolute amazing amount of iron there. So we're going to build a container. Then we're going to build 2 more containers. After. That's not my base. Now. Containers. We'll need that. We do now have enough to build the containers, because now we can go in here, get our iron beams. We're going to take about 4 for that. It's going to help because now we're going to have a place to put all these iron ingots. go ahead. Slot this up here. We are going to go ahead and build one part producer. One's going to be for iron. I'm trying to think for a second. One's for the iron plates, one's for the iron rods. It's actually going to be very useful because now that means we don't even have to start making those parts. We can just make whatever we need out of them. So now, I have 6 of that, so that'll be enough. So now we need to make enough for the gears. That's pretty much enough. Now we need to make circuit boards. We need more copper for. What does come good out of this is effectively by automating that portion of everything, it'll make it where we'll easily produce just enough of both to start being able to mass produce those wind turbines. Make it easier to do anything that we need to. Come over here. We need circuit boards for that part producer. We need 2 circuit boards. We need 1 circuit board. We need 4 more copper again. Do have... Alright. Now we can just go to this copper right here. You up. This copper right here, and we are good to go. Return. Now, let's go ahead and let's finish this off, shall we? Another copper plate. Make ours. I forgot to make the plate, didn't I? Make our circuit board now. Are going to need 3 iron beams. So we need about 15 rods and about 15 ingots, which should be fine. So we can just hop our tails up here. And since we are going to go ahead. Snag that. It's actually just enough. Which is fun. Now we can come over here. Because this uses infinite resources, we can do that. Now we can get that. Now we can take this. Now we can build the 3 iron beams that we need. Looks like we can get the part producer now. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. A little blind, but pack into it. we're gonna go ahead and we're actually gonna split these off. Don't worry about how janky that looks. Doesn't matter, because that means now it can be compact. Are going to be using these to build iron plates. Iron plates a little more important right now. Just so we know, this requires 5 megawatts, so we're gonna have to go ahead and create our system. Now that we have that automated. We're gonna go. That is something that don't need to be. Hit this. Here. Now, one thing we are gonna also build. I wish we could build a bed. That would be nice. Looks like we are all good right now. Next thing to do is work on copper. I think we have a couple more things in here. So, yeah, battery cell and some battery. We may actually work on copper here. But now that we have all that, we can actually focus on this. Go ahead and get our antenna. We need, again, copper. I think we're just going to go ahead and get copper done and out of the way. This is a total of... we're going to need to make sure we've got our energy good to go. So we've got 3, 6, not... Well, we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 17, 21. At most, we're going to be producing 41. So we need one more wind turbine. So we are going to go ahead. So we'll make 2 just in case. We will make 3. So we're gonna skip over that because that oxygen's not as critical. So now, we're good. Now we can make that wind turbine. Yeah. Can't build any more. Now, we should have enough for another part producer if we need it. And the reason also we automated that is now we have the forge automated. We need it. Automate some more stuff. Sorry, what? Here's. Years in total. Now we need iron beams, so that will require many. Obviously have enough iron plates for it as well. Now we need 8 copper again. We'll just run over here. On day 3. We're gonna mine this cobalt because this is gonna be important. Okay, solar panel, which is great to a certain point. I would love to use cobalt. I think we are gonna build cobalt for solar panels for now. I'll help in the daytime. We're mostly gonna operate in the daytime. But for the most part, cobalt's not that important. Because it quickly can become obsolete. We do need one more if we want that. And I think we are... I have to do a new trick. Here's a new trick, guys. This is only... This is cheating. I usually do not use this, as if you notice, I've almost never used it. But because of the fact that when you do respawn in this game, it is not hardcore. You keep all your stuff, obviously, but it is kind of a little bit of a cheat code that we did learn in our first playthrough. Here's another thing we're going to pick up. We're going to pick up osmium, because guess what? That unlocks composite beams, even though we can't even do anything with it. It is fun. A lot of cobalt that we need. Oh, we got it. Now we do have a total of 6 copper. And I will say though, usually I would only recommend the respawn button if you like direly need it. Like if you're glitched out somewhere, you're about to die, I think that's the best case scenario for it. Otherwise, I would consider it hard cheating. Now we will come over here. We're low on oxygen. I think we can survive getting back. Not bad spot. We'll die of loss of oxygen. So now we come back to our workbench. Have enough for our copper points. If we go for those, we can make silica circuit boards. Now use the other split to make these rods. We'll make automation a little easier. We'll do that. That gives us 3 slots. But now we got the iron plates automated, which is gonna be great. We now need to focus on that over there, because we do need the cables. Last panes is gonna be another one that's gonna be tough. So we're gonna grab as much silica as we can. We're gonna grab about 11. Make sure we have enough extra. Now we gotta run. Let's see. Yeah, not fun. Definitely not fun. Oh, I hate when that happens. I shouldn't be in a bad position. Now we're gonna have a little bit of a problem because now we have to create enough turbines for the power plant. Well, for the, not power plant, but for the, hold on. So let's just go make this. Okay, let's make this glass pane. Now good. And stuff we have so far. So now, come out here. We are gonna need cable. So now, we're gonna work on this. We're gonna go ahead and grab some of the iron rods that we have cooked up. We didn't let any cook up, sadly. On. Now we turn back. We're gonna go ahead and build the advanced miner, which we need about 4 gear for. Thankfully, because we automated all that, we can now get everything smoothly. Still have enough for this and this. So it's a network of 63, so we should be fine right now. Now, we come up here. Wherever this iron is, or this copper is, just straight this way. Close we are. Oh, it's right here. I forgot it's on the top map up here. This is gonna be the fun part. We can now do this. It will work at full capacity because of it. So now. I'm going to indeed go ahead and also grab some of our plates here. Rods. Going back this way. We need a total of 30 of that. So now, come in here. Grab that. I'm gonna need. Oh, we have enough for that, so we need. This is the magic of what we're gonna do. And I love this so much about this game. This is one thing I've actually really thought out. I'll show you guys in a second here. But I'm back over here. Place this right here. I don't think it's gonna really show you guys because sadly it's not enough room. Well, there's nothing in the way to show it. So there is plenty of room, essentially. But got that along over here. I think it'll show from right here though. We go ahead and we build that as designed like that. See, usually in real life it would not work out because there is this little bit of thing right here blocking it. But if you go here, it will work properly. It'll just destroy this. And now we're gonna come this way. Refuel on our oxygen. Good. We can come back over here. That's what'll happen now. Let's go ahead and we can build this third thing here. We're gonna put this near. Right here. Like that. And that. Because we've got it automated, we can do that. Sadly, quartz would have to come a long way to be useful, but it would be fine for the most part. I'll say that one thing I do hope is we get over here. This is very fertilized, so this is one of the areas that we very well can explore. But it will take a lot. Now, we'll slowly start spitting out over here. And we got copper automated. As for... look at our build menu. To now build... where is it? Now to build this, we just need more cement. And we need those cables, so as well as the copper. Oh, the iron plates I'm not worried about. You can go ahead and snag those over once we walk by, but we also build this cement when we get back as well, so now we're going to go ahead. I'm gonna walk over here. As we need to. Then we can just snag about 20 these copper ingots. So. We are still good on oxygen. Now we are good to go to make this and build what we wanted to build. We are just going to have to make sure that we have the power for it. We can do that with this. 2 iron beams. For right now, it's going to be 2. So you do produce that much, so... Might overproduce a little bit. We are going to put some... time into trying to... We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put this actually over here. Said we would be putting it up here. We'll make it a little easier. What do we want? Silica. Because now we can turn around and place this nearby. You can now build a large solar panel. Large solar panels actually going to be really useful. At that point, we would just need 3. We would need to figure out how to get a cobalt mine. Oh lord. Let's get. We'll make it back. Oh my, that was close. It's hardcore. That would have been bad. Thankfully, it's not. Alright. Let's see. So we need refined cobalt, which means we need a refiner. Refiner is going to be a little bit hard. That means we finally need to work on these. So rotors. First things first. We need to cover that for whenever it goes down. So we're going to need to do that, and then we're going to need to... that. So now... we'll be putting these down here. $108 network. Do that 120 just to make sure. Yep, 129 should be good. Now we need a lot of these. A lot of these. When you come back over here, we're going to need to build a big system to transport everything over. So we gotta run it. One. 2. 3. Looks like we don't have enough iron rods. Actually, unfortunate. We can manage. We need to build 3 more. Right here. Go ahead and launch off. We'll be going over here. Need way more than that. Here. Actually, for the most part, got a little stymied on our section here. We are going to prioritize these two. Now we need to take this up here. How many plates is gonna need, guys? Not fun. Now we have to climb all the way up here just to see how many we need. We need 31. So we got a little stymied on oxygen here. There, we did not make it. That's what happens when you die, folks. Fortunately for you guys got to solve what happens when that happens, but it's fine. Do keep your stuff. We're now gonna have to see what happens over here. Oh, we did produce enough. We did. Thankfully. Here. Now that we have that part automated. It's gonna pump a lot. No longer have to speed. Now we're gonna go ahead and probably build a second forge there. Building a second forge is gonna help with that bottleneck because we are bottlenecked a little bit. So now to build that second forge, we're gonna need 2 more iron plates, which don't exactly have the ability yet. We are gonna steal a little bit of iron. Luckily there is iron laying around here. So I'd rather do that right now than try and actively take iron from our thing. It will help us go ahead and clear this land just a little bit while also giving us the exact amount of resources that we need. Here. Lost at the moment. And we do this. Got iron plates. Now have enough for this. Now we need the cement. We're short 1 rock so we can. That. Now we come back through here. iron plates. We can go ahead and just snag some iron plates because we are producing some over here. Let me see. We're gonna temporarily sever this connection over here. Gives us all that. That'll give us that. That'll give us that. Now, we can do this. And that. And when we reconnect, what it happens. It's going to produce 120 per second now because we doubled production with multiple forges rather than just one. This will help. Y'all can see now it's actually pulling out a solid amount rather than actually. It's back. We can get this oxygen. With us having that, we have basically automated pretty much almost everything that we need so far for early game. Let's go ahead and do that. We will be iron plates over here. Use it to make a conveyor. Actually, that's not a conveyor. Bring this up here. Because now that we have this automated, we have instant, once it refills in our warehouse over here, it will instantly restore everything to about max of 100 of each resource. It's actually fairly useful. Next thing we'll do is we'll need more iron plates. Now, this up. For right now, we're not going to do anything because we do need oxygen, so we're going to just let this build. Here. So we are critical, now we're safe. Now, nothing really new we've built. Looking at this, I don't know why, but now we need water purifier, which we need to get that sulfur for the filters. And we need to build the rotors and the antenna. So now with that, actually are an advantage because now we can do that. We can then plates that we have building up. We're building a solid amount of plates here. But we'll take this little ramp up here. So y'all can see we have about 40 plates built up because we keep increasing the amount of plates coming in. As you can see, keep coming in. Now that is for our copper. We put copper there mostly because it's going to be more so what's more useful. It'll help keep everything organized. But now have actually instant access to copper ore. Well, copper ore, excuse me. No, copper ingots. So now we have almost no use out of this. So you're gonna press X. These actually destroy any events in your inventory. So now we the automated. I'm gonna build antenna. Antenna requires copper plates. They move up. Right now, we need to find 4 sulfur in this cave up here. If I'm not mistaken. Interesting. Seems like it's, again, only quartz. So we're gonna have to figure out how to find sulfur. We are going to need sulfur. But it's not in there. There's 1 sulfur here. 2 sulfur. Oh, that's... Oh no, that's gold. I didn't think we'd find gold over here. It's actually interesting. So y'all saw we just unlocked a couple new things because of unlocking gold. Second sulfur. We're gonna go back down here. Back to our... Redo our oxygen. We are going to need 2 sulfur. Top of the 2 we already have. Sulfur not exactly that easy to find, but not too hard. We're gonna look at the map for a minute here. You can find caves using the map. Here to be, what's in here looks like. So here, that's 3. That's gold right here. Is it? Yes, it is. One more sulfur. There we are. Now I gotta rush all the way back. Jeez Louise. How far we traveled. That's not a lot considering how big this thing actually is. That's what's crazy. Heck. Warning, oxygen vertical, not that I care. We are finally back. There we go. Like we are good to go. There we go. Now we have that. We have to make our antenna, which we can make our copper plates now. The antenna. I need to make the 2 rotors. Watch this, folks. I'm gonna go right here. This is going to clean everything up. Now we can see everything around here. If you look at the map here, it's actually water over here. Water over here is 30% pure, so right now we can't use this water. Don't have access to much more now, but we do indeed have access to a water pump, which would be useful. So we're gonna go ahead and prepare to make that with the rotor. We need one more rubber belt. Which means now we need 4 more cables. Now, 2 cement. We can now automate the cement as well. This is why we wanted cement. We'll do this because we did need this. We talked about wanting this. Now, there's a place for the cement to go. Come up here. And there we go. Alright, place for the cement. So that cement will now come through. It will smelt. Well, it'll cause the rock oxide to be able to be smelted down into the cement pretty quickly. Now, here. Make it easier to build this. After a minute. Oops. A little bit, make this water pure. We're gonna move this. Why it's taking too long for cement to move. I think we are gonna go ahead and check on that real quick. Looks like cement is getting up there, but it's taking a minute to register, I think. Yep, there it goes. We will be moving it over here. For this water right here. Not much we can do, because this is only producing as much as it is percent pure. Though it is a good thing that we went and did that. We can now come over here. that. I'm not sure why I did that. One more rubber.
Making it really complicated, Paul.
Well, it has to, but now we're good. Now for 2 more rotors, we need 4 cables. The good thing, we pretty much automated that, so now make the rotor. Go ahead and eat. Water is becoming more pure right now, so now what we can do, make another. Notice how it still says toxic algae, but starting to get better. Now we can indeed build our tree greenhouse. We will need about 10 glass panes. Which we do need more quartz for. We can go up here. There are some quartz up here. So we need about 5. Okay, we got our 5 quartz. This does, because this requires 50, but we do need more just in case for the future. Because we are going to need it. Because we're going to make it where we can breathe over here. I'm 2% pure now. Not going to say too much over there, but now we go ahead. We're going to make our silica. Then going to make our glass panes. Means now we just need the organic material, which we have enough of. We will build this out right here. Perfect. Now we can build this ground fertilizer. Actually would be great. And I forgot we can build a bed indeed, which will be useful for nighttime. Just need 2 rubber. And we'll build the bed right here. So as you can see, we can tell what time it is. We're on day 5 right now, which is ironic with how long this video has gone on for. Now, it will help us with making sure that we cut through the days a little bit faster. When it comes to nighttime, nighttime's a little bit scary. So it means less power. That's the only reason it's even scary. There's not monsters in this game. At least not yet. One thing we are going to go ahead and do, we're going to need these 2. This will be 6, that will be 5. gonna need to put him right there. I'm gonna put these two right here. We'll just put this so we can actually get to it. A little bit more placement. Now what this will do, we connect like that. This is 43% pure. Still, for the most part, kills us if we stay in it too long. But now, connect to this. There. This will do. So now, this now actually produces organic material faster. Now we want the ground fertilizer. So we'll take that. We'll put the ground fertilizer here. We will go ahead and we're going to make this. I'm gonna then take this. Actually gonna put it right here. Then put let's go ahead and get inside. Okay. Go. Now we should be able to do that. We're gonna do that. And then we can do this. This does is it creates an intricate system. Because now we're going to have to build this. This is going to require a lot. 12 iron beams in total, folks. And 10 filters. So we need about 10 sulfur. It's not fun. So, first thing we're going to actually do, this is going to be helpful. Because now that we have to just start doing things, we need a lot of quartz. We need 3 quartz in total. You can just find quartz scattered about around over here. It's one good thing. One. Let's line this up. You got it lined up. Now you gotta get one more. One more quartz. Now we're good. But we do need those oxygen tanks. Because while it will be great to have this fertilizer, it won't exactly be useful until let's hook it up first. Won't be useful until we fully get it more. And now we come over here. First of all, it's 57% pure water. That's actually really good right now. now we need 3 plates, so we need 9 total. As much as we need. This is going to take just a minute here to actually get done. Is already done. So now this over here, this over here, this over there. And now we actually have a lot of oxygen. First compared to how we started. Because it gave us 70 in total. You notice? We actually are running out of oxygen way slower than we were before. Maths. Now, I think that's only copper in here, but we do have sulfur. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all the sulfur we need. Not get oxygen from that mud, folks. And now, this is actually the interesting thing. This water is actually looking a whole lot more safer. I know this is still algae water for the most part, but we do notice we do indeed not die or get a warning about the water, because it is now 66% pure. Actually makes it really great. Now we're gonna let this build. Well, let this craft. That's like one of my favorite things in the game is just waiting. That's really, I think, like probably 40% of this game, aside from the actual building, is just waiting. Sometimes you just have to sit there and wait until your stuff builds. It's finally done. So now we can get the rotors. Wire. 1. That's enough for 1. Enough for 2 rotors. We'll take that. So we'll take a moment though to purify purely. But if you look at this now, so you can tell it's starting to be purified a little bit. The orange, for the most part, means that it's what you call it, unused, like it's toxic water, but I have a lot more that's now filtered. Rotor. It's another rotor. Eventually we will automate rubber belts. I've learned the hard way. What happens when you don't? We should be good now. We got the cables. This is going to take a minute to make the rotors. So, what also a mistake a lot of people I think end up making too with this is whenever they make something that takes a little bit like these rotors, they'll turn around, they'll like go away, they'll want to shift away so that way they can focus on something else. When you do that, you actually interrupt the workflow of this. So like say I want to make that, if I go here, notice I still have those 2 copper plates instead of 3. Water purifier V2 is required for 100%, so we don't exactly have access to it. Do now have the ability to make 12 iron beams. Just gotta let this cook for a little bit. This is fun. And now, you can see now it's producing 150 at most, which is actually good. Which isn't going to be as fun because that means we need 1 more. Do need more rotors. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna steal from the greenhouse. Okay. I'm. Yeah. Now we can make the rotors. It's much easier to focus on making just the rotors right now. Otherwise, we would be focusing on something completely different that would actually be worse. Now we can focus instead. Oh my lord, that is wildly inefficient. So we will have to rebuild it a little differently. Now 5. This is to put directly in the pipeline, so I'm not as worried. That's 225. Now we can go ahead and now build this. Now we can turn around and do that. So this is 50%. We are indeed losing oxygen right now because it is only at 50%, but now if we were to hook this up and then we do this and then hook this up to up here, has now a 180 liter demand. We're gonna go ahead and check on our power here. I'm getting a lot of power right now. We're gonna go to the greenhouse. We're gonna go ahead and artificially inflate the amount we're gonna need here. So it requires 60 a minute, which is what we can provide. This produces 60 a minute. It's going to increase the fertility over here. You can notice now green over here. So now step in over here and stay oxygenated. And there's now grass starting to form. We're going to go ahead and head over here as well. It's about to turn nighttime, so now we will sleep. for day 7. As you can see, it is now 8 o'clock in the morning on this game. Actually, ironically, right now for me, recording is 8 o'clock in the morning as well. Looky here. We now have trees. These are actually fun. Because of that, our oxygen, I think, is actually stuck at 308, which is a good thing. It's very, very slowly going down. Very slowly. Which is what we want to happen. So it's 90% fertile. That's 100% fertile. Let's keep it fertile. Now we're gonna. Actually, we are on day 6 right now. Can't fool me. I thought we were on day 7. Now, we can actually go out and about when we need to. So one thing that we can now focus on doing is getting this advanced miner built, so we can start producing silica. If we go to our tasks here, so there's no need for this, so we don't gotta worry about this recipe or that recipe, because this is basically obsolete because of the food box and we're on the go. Every single thing that we need for the most part that we have the recipe for does not actually require silica itself. Oh, it doesn't require quartz. It requires silica. Let's see for something here. This we won't need again, so I'll be fine. Now if we look, yeah, our oxygen, we've been outside, and the oxygen has not done anything. It's not went down. So now we have that built. I did the planet analyzer, which is what I believe this is. This requires a computer and 2 antennae, or 2 antennae. Now if we build that. What iron beams do we have? We have none. We'll do that. That'll build our thingies. Now, if we go ahead and we build our... We get the forge and we get this. We have enough for both. Now, we will go actually there to explore just a little bit. So we do need to explore some. Time does go by pretty quick here. So now we're going to the edge where there's not actually a lot of, I guess you can say, grass. finally find where our quartz is. Go ahead and head over here. We're gonna go ahead and put our thing down here. We're gonna go ahead and extend the range of everything. So we're gonna go ahead and put multiple wind turbines next to this. What this will do is it allows us to extend range to out here. So now we can head over here. I think this is a base. It is. This is a workbench ruin. We won't need that. Do actually need that. This actually leads to a cave. What's in here? For the most part, osmium and copper and a little bit of diamond. Most of which is not as important. Is useful nonetheless. It tells us a little bit more about the area. Now we can focus on this again. What's over here? So, oh, excuse me. No, remember how to do that. Now we can go ahead and build our painter. Gotta wait for the iron plate to go through. Keep in mind, like with this, of course, it's just this common element can be found throughout the planet. And that's the only description it has for this. This is can be used to craft some basic parts, which is a little more important. Now we can turn around and connect it to that. It's gonna be more important. Coming back to over here. I have to wait a little bit for oxygen to eventually regenerate. Otherwise, we'll be fine. This will do. This is gonna make it a lot easier for a lot of stuff. Since now we can actively see the iron plates coming through. We need about 76 of them. So we'll just go ahead and wait on this for now, but it's a good thing to do that. I think we would wish that they do produce faster, but it's not too much I think you can do. I mean, when we get to the point of with here, we'll be fine, but this. I'm gonna let this go for a bit. need to do. We do need some. This is gonna help a little bit, boosting production. That's the boost we need. The main issue is just how slow this is. As you can see, actually, now that we're in the grass, we're actually regenerating oxygen here. So, good use for having this little patch of grass all over here. You're gonna see it on the map too. It's all green. That way you can be careful. Now, good. Start working on cobalt at some point. We don't need cobalt yet. Now, I think we can do with our iron plates. So if you look here, we are getting a lot sent up. As you can see, we got 60. Yeah, we got 64 total now. I jumped some. So now if we come this way. Oh, reach over here. Look at that. I'm not for sure why we're not sure. Hold on. That's a little weird. If you guys do notice, we build with it now. We got enough. So we have to come over here again. And then do it. You come here. Come all the way back over here. We're gonna let our battery recharge a little bit so that way we can get the energy, get back up here. We do notice it. Yeah, for some reason it jumps right back up to 50. I'm gonna have to investigate that because it shouldn't be like that. That means we're having a bottleneck somewhere when it comes to we're storing these in some way. We're not intending to. I think it might be over here. No. This is weird, but should be fine for now. Go ahead and eat. We are going to go ahead and force sleep. So now will be next day. Here's one thing we're also going to do. Have access to this now. So what we will do is this. So we are going to go for a little expedition, boys. The reason why is we're going to use this old teleportation pod. Extreme temperatures. It says we're at extreme temperatures right now. What we're gonna do, we'll come back in here. And we'll back to the spaceship over here. We're gonna use it, and they're gonna do this. This gives us oxygen to have us zoom out around because it's actually is useful. This is the trick for over here, since it takes so much resource, so much to survive the harsh temperatures. And of course, and graphene. Now we can come through here. Battery. This will find cobalt, by the way. It's actually useful. Do as we can. We need iron ore, so we will teleport back. It's gonna take a minute. Get a couple iron ore. Actually, what we're gonna go ahead and actually prepare. Get over. Now that are we gonna get some resources we ain't supposed to really get yet? Probably gonna not get resources. It's gonna be useful as of right now, but I'm gonna get some resources that are gonna be mostly useful later down the road. Look, got that. Water tank ruin. Gives us a little something. Protected. We're gonna build this right there. Look. Now we're up here. Urgent. Gives us a little bit more of a scout of the area. Now we can come over here. We're gonna dismantle these two, because we set up. That we can't dismantle, and we can't dismantle that. And that and that. That over there. what we will do, now that we have all that, so we're going to come back, we're going to build that, we're going to actually build this. We're going to come back and we're going to put that down, antenna down. That analysis radar. But first, we're going to turn around. Focus on this thingy over here. Where's that? Where's that? This. One computer. There. Should be enough. Now, the resources to build a computer. One computer is all we need. Now, we indeed need 2 antennae. Our second. Let's put our point analyzer. We'll go right here. So basically the objective with this is basically trying to do our best to help get this whatever it needs to be. As I predicted for the most part, this is a green area. This is life. There's life here. So what we want is life here. So if we can land over here, actually, it'd be pretty good. So now, I have access to a material analyzer and a monitor screen to build if we want it. We will be building the monitor screen. Just need 2 copper plates. So we're now at the point where we actually we'll put that there. A wall monitor. That's basically what it is. It's Planet Analyzer, except it gives us access to actually look at all this. So now, our spaceship's over here. It's basically this map, except you can see that's where we need to be. That stuff. So now, make this because these aren't going to matter. Reinforced compartment's going to be really good eventually. We're going to need, before going over there, these, we need 1 rotor. We need antenna and 2 circuit board. Circuit board. And antenna. Oh, and antenna. We can now officially build an analysis radar. So what we will do, first of all, expand this. We're not producing enough power. Pretty well and enough in demand now. I can teleport over. Room temperatures were inside, so we're safe. Since we have that, we can build this. It's not quite what we need, so we will do that. And now we know where sulfur is. How about there's cobalt over here? Actually, no, sulfur's over here too, which is good. Eventually, we're going to need sulfur. There's also sulfur over here. So now, if we go to tasks, don't need to worry about toxic algae yet. Like, we want to get that done, but we're going to focus on sulfur first, because we need the vehicle energy cells. So far, these are not quite important yet. So we will teleport back. We will have to see, can we build... No, we cannot, so we need enough more gears. Again. Let's go here. So we have that we can get rid of. We have graphene. There's not much we can have to do with graphene. It's on day 8, everybody. Let's go to the next day. I think we would still be on day 8. We are indeed still on day 8. Not until noon, I think we will be on next day. But that noted, we do have access to this. So we're gonna need that. Because the big thing about sulfur is you can't exactly do anything with it by itself. You have to turn, like, in order to get any use out of it, you can use sulfur itself, but you also would have to find a way to make sulfuric acid, or you would have to turn around and actually, like, put it into something in the first place, getting more basic use out of it. We're gonna go and we're gonna destroy this. So it provides no benefit whatsoever. This is, again, mostly useless because we've already got most of the quartz that we need. We are going to go ahead and take one diamond out, just so we say we've collected it. But for the most part, we kind of need to ignore it because there's no purpose in it. So now we can go over to the sulfur. Only thing that does suck right now is what we really need use out of is going to be this, and we don't have the gold to do anything with it. Now we've got to scour. Just out, I guess you can say. I'm over here. Not exactly going to get access to sulfur quite yet, because we don't have any way to keep it stored and have like a almost permanent inventory. At least. And there's enough of it. So if we need any, have it. Now, go to our tasks. Objective. We need energy cell. So, we will do. We'll return back to our base because we have basalt over there actually. That gonna be actually interesting. So we need basalt. Then we need to refine basalt. Well, not quite refine it, but we need to basically take the basalt and turn it into basalt bricks. So as you see here, for the reinforced compartments, to make it resistant to extreme conditions, you need a basalt. And we need steel alloy installation layer, which is going to be a little bit tougher to get. So you don't have the resources. That's kind of what these are, is reinforced compartments, but they've kind of faded out. Now we can come over here to eat real quick. Now, we need these two. And go to the basalt that we have over here that we did see. It's literally right here. This is what we will do. We will mine the basalt. I don't have access to basalt. We're going to need 8 iron beams. This we're gonna need. Oh. In this way. Trust me, this little cluster mess over here is gonna get fixed at some point. So we do get access to wind turbines eventually that produce way more power, and we even get nuclear power in this game. That's probably gonna be way more videos down the line. I spent more time talking, so I forgot where I was going. Let's see. Now we come over here. We'll build. We can turn around and build this. So basalt. We'll be able to come over here. We are going to, because the basalt concrete, there's almost no real purpose, I think, in it, other than for like the reinforced compartments. Like the only true thing I think we can have any real purpose out of it, and they are pretty useful. But I mean, that's, from what I've seen so far, that's mostly it. So we will just take that. That's interesting. So we can also build with drones, which makes it usually way easier. And actually, here's the interesting thing. You have to use a refiner. Fun fact. Forgot about that little detail. And now, we're gonna gonna have some fun trying to figure out this mess. Because you want another rotor, 2 rotors. We need 2 rubber belts. Need 3 rubber. These we need 1 more cable. Which is fine. Now we have this, now we can build our 3rd water pump. It's fun. Now that, now we can take that, that combines those 2. Now we have to be a little bit careful. More wind turbines. Already needed. Yeah, just can't build. Now, that works as intended. Have an extra 120, so we need 100 for this. We need 4 filters, which isn't going to be great because now we got to run all the way over here. Remember that sulfur mine that we just built? Yeah, that is now where it becomes useful. Start taking makes me wish we built it a little bit closer, but that also would mean a lot more headache as well. Actually, we're going to probably take more sulfur. Need to more sulfur. That is basalt as well. It's useful because if we want to start building basalt over here, we can do basalt farm over here as well. That is copper. We do start coming over here. So y'all can see we are building some more iron plates coming over here, but it's pretty much, I guess you say, not really important anymore because we have fully automated it. We just need to automate it better so that way eventually you'll actually be building way more. So now, a refiner, we need 4 filters and we need 1 rotor. Up. Put the rotor. So we have the 70 sulfur, not because I just want to grab 70. I do need some just in case I need more filters. Filters are going to be pretty standard and eventually is going to be very much needed. Well, I think, especially if you're building with this. Thing about this. It's a good thing we built this where we built this. Now, okay. Down there, this is going to be for assault concrete. So now, and the biggest thing here, we can produce ceramic components, sulfuric acid, and that. All of which, for the most part, are important to a certain degree. Like, it's nice to have refined cobalt for large solar panels, but it's not entirely useful because how little it takes. So now we have energy cells that we can make. Also, we can get a warehouse here too. Actually, is way more useful. The one we currently have. So where that is, it's right here. That just requires more basalt concrete. Requires a lot of iron beams, a good bit of circuit boards, and a lot of glass panes. Just a pain in the rear end. Now, come over here. We're gonna make energy cells, and the reason why, find cobalt for it. Great. It's great. Let's look at the recipe real quick. Make it. We need about 30 cobalt, man. Just gonna continue making basalt concrete. This cobalt is all the way up, flipping over here. Now, go ahead and get 4 years that we need. We need to automate it a little bit. Eventually, we want cobalt because of the fact that I think we can turn it into sapphire, which is great. Otherwise, for me, I wouldn't put any importance into it, unless you just build your temporary refiner, so that way you can get your refined cobalt for the power plants and stuff like that. It's very good for early game, but not really needed until converting it for sapphire in late game with the centrifuge. Let's see. And this is exactly why as much sulfur as we needed. Do this again. Murders. Like we will need this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. Murder. This is for raw cobalt into the refiner. Then for the refined cobalt. Now, let's see how much water we're gonna need. Alright, now, so we have this. Oh, we're gonna need so much of these. Fun. We are going to... We're temporarily going to sever this. Now we need a water. One belt. Murder. This is so much organic material that there's going to be almost no point in worrying about it. You can just accept, because the fertilization thing's not going to matter. That part. Now we get a vault again. Just gotta figure out how to go. Go where that goes for a minute. Now we can make our 2 rotors. So now we have enough for that. We have enough for that, just in general, and we have enough for these 2. We need 4. How many more filters? Hold on. 4 more filters. Then we got all that sulfur. And now it's day 9 officially. We're gonna go sleep. There we go. Now, because of all that, so next thing we need to do, we need to power. So we need about 12, 28, 31. So we need we can make it there. How we set out? Over here. The other thing about coming over here, so we can make a stop over here. We will make a stop there. Thankfully with the ship battery too, allow us to, when we need to, take our ship all the way back over here and make it way easier to get a lot of things done that we want to get done. I'm wondering what that is. I'm looking at it. I think it's that. Yeah. Currently day 10, so our last day for this video at least. Bit on a high note. Now we're over here. It's gonna be a little easier to get to the cobalt now. It is right over here, literally. And I'm guessing it's either up there or it's in this cave. Which actually might be a little weird. I'm hoping it's not in the cave. It's gonna be a little unfortunately sad to deal with. It does look like it is. But it does look like got some resources. Now, mining the cobalt. We're going at least to try. It's easy. I'm gonna go in here. Like this. Actually, the good thing is, because it's everywhere. So now, we can turn around, we can take this actually. All right here. 6 of them. It's going to power this. Now. Oh, I didn't make the antenna, did I? Huh? I'm going to go ahead and make our antenna real quick because we forgot to make it. Oh, I'm so sad. Luckily now, we'll come back over here. Like our antenna. Go ahead, we're gonna get the water purifier ready. We're only going to need to... Wait, and it looks like I went the wrong way. We need to go this way. This way we can turn around and make make the water pure. And the only bad thing is, actually, we got the water, we got that down, but we don't have that down. We need these two, so won't matter. We won't have rotors for a second, so we have to deal with like half production, which half production is actually fine. Just means in the next video we will clean up. Here. I'm mostly fine now because now we're back on track. Now we can build this. Do we have access to refine cobalt? We only have 2, so yeah, we do, but it's not in a way we would want quite yet. Now that we're actually right here, and finally, in fact, there, that's gonna purify this water. Put the water pump down. That just in case. That's just in case. Now, we'll run this over here. Almost no other purpose. So now, it's only at 50% water, so let's reduce the amount that we actually can do. So it takes some time to purify this water. As much as we would want, but just enough. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna build a mini base over here. This will allow us to have oxygen over here continuously. Access. We are gonna put a workbench over here though. We do have access to one. Then we're gonna make someone bench because we can. Access that. Now, make an assembling bench. All we need is an assembling bench. Find some quartz. What do we do? Ironically, have quartz literally right here. That actually makes this so convenient. So now we can indeed build another plant grower. This is going to only be useful because of the fact that I need it for the rubber. Didn't have it. Probably would be screwed. Now we're going to build as we wanted. This down. We'll start transporting some of the refined cobalt in. And again, we're not making that much refined cobalt, keep in mind. It's taking time for this to actually work, so we now need to... We're going to build a second one, actually. Four filters and an antenna. 2 copper plates. Antenna. Four filters. Now, 2 rotors. That. We can make it into our... There. 1. Way more than that. I'll be happy to wait more time, but doing a little bit better. Also build 1, 2. Our vehicle energy cells, we can go ahead and build them here. Before this day finishes up. Thank God. We're not gonna worry about that anymore. This will get fixed later on. Just needed that. We're going to we are going to take the, yep. So you gotta be careful also when you respawn. Now I gotta take a long way over there. There. The good thing is, now when we need refined cobalt, we have a huge stockpile. Kind of will need when we get to the stage of building mass producing those solar panels, or those bigger solar panels, because like I said again, they're not going to be useful later on, but they're still going to be useful right now, and right now that's what we need to worry about. Let's check. I'm going to use this little conveyor belt actually to speed our way back to the main, I guess you can say, compartment thing, our main base. So this is mostly flat. This doesn't give us the need to actually do anything. To like actually like try and get up. Like there's no like terrain. It's just flat. So now we can get back. Now, back to the main base. A little lost. There we go. Just gotta get this up for left. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna check out what this requires for this little finger. We're gonna build it as soon as possible. Requires 10 iron beams. Go ahead and get that built. Okay, crafted. Now we need 6 cables. There we go. And we can now come up here. Go ahead and build this. Actually, the place would be about right here. Not quite centered, but with it being right here, it's gonna be a little bit more compact. Now we need a ship recall button. There's a computer and a controller. And the controller requires cables and a rotor. We get this circuit board built. Well, these circuit boards built. Then we get this computer built. It's gonna make it so much easier. We may not even have to fetch. Actually, we are still gonna fetch it. Just because. We need to build a rotor. Rotor. Now for one rotor. Color. Now we need 5. Up. Oh. It's gonna take a light hot minute to build this computer now. But we got it built. Now we can come over here. We're gonna go and teleport our way over here. A little bit of a distance away, but fine. Now we just have to make sure we can reach the spaceship. Immense energy, and look at this, folks. Actually crazy, there's an atmospheric control tower right here. It'll take a minute to destroy, but nothing we actually can do. Please. We are going to get rid of some things here, so one of which there are rocks. We press E, tab, get rid of our rocks. Press tab, get rid of our rocks, get rid of our graphene, get rid of our basalt. I'm gonna snag some of these. We're moving some of these out of our inventory up here. So that has a crap ton of resources we actually are going to eventually need. And this is impressive. So now we get access to some stuff. These actually are all extremely useful. Kind of cheated just a little bit. Just wanting to. Like us trying to, there we go. We're now going to bring the glass out and over here. This is definitely a good way to go off. Bang. Now, we have all that. We have this. I do not know. Actually, mostly useful stuff. Now, won't be needing this whatsoever, but we do want the sensor array. We do not need iron plates. We can produce that, but we want the plated connectors. All extremely useful. Alright, so how's next? Let's go ahead and south. Now we'll head north. Which direction we do need to go. This is heavily irradiated. That's why you hear that crackling. As is, I think, some of this area. So what that blue means is radiation. Closer look at this toxic algae as well. That's good, because that now means we don't quite get access to everything we want, but it does give us some stuff that for a good while will actually be extremely useful. We'll find our way back over here. Park it here. That will charge our spaceship. Now if we build this, we can put that right there. And we're ready to fly. And now, I think we actually might be able to build a sensor array and some microscopes. We cannot, because we need gold wiring. But we have made some things a little easier. Like, for example, we've actually made it easy to build a tier 2 warehouse. Would actually make things pretty useful. So it uses the same amount of power as a tier 1, but increases by 10 up to 50. It's better. Plus, out the rear here, you can actually transfer resources over. So now, not too much more we can do at this point, but we do indeed have in our tasks for next objectives. We do need to build a material analyzer, which means we need gold. Now, we can probably find a way over here. Be our next goal in our next video. We're gonna go. Sure, yeah, still at 75% by the way. And they're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do sleep. Day 11, so we will be back in our next video at some point. I think we probably might have it uploaded in about a week, but it's been great seeing you guys around here. It's been fun being able to do Eden Crafters again. This is in the same where I'll leave the link for it down in the description if you guys want to try it out. But this is a off beast. We are gonna go ahead and sign off. Have a good day, everybody.